So there are two things from Trump here that I want to share with you, and this highlights a total disconnect between how he governs and how he postures. So he said this the other day: warrantless surveillance of Americans is wrong. Now, up front, I want to say, totally agree with that. 100% agree. Couldn't agree more. It's wrong. It's always been wrong. It's illegal. It's unconstitutional. Couldn't agree more. But Donald Trump signed the reauthorization of the Patriot Act in 2018 with increased spying powers. So he says warrantless surveillance of Americans is wrong, but his action showed he's actually totally fine with it, and he further exacerbated it, in fact. So why is he saying that? Well, he's saying that because of, you know how he's been tweeting hashtag Obamagate in all caps with exclamation points over the past couple weeks? I think that one of the aspects of Obamagate is that the intelligence agencies under the Obama administration were spying on General Flynn, but also maybe Trump. And I don't know whether that's true or false, the Trump part, but he definitely thinks it's true that he was being spied on by Obama or the intelligence agencies under the Obama administration. And so when the warrantless surveillance is of him, he's like, oh my, somebody ought to do something about this. You can't just spy on innocent people like that. That's not right. Violation of privacy. Unconstitutional. It's like, yeah, but that was the case. Whether they spied on you or not, that was always the case, that spying on innocent people is wrong. But you were totally fine with it when you didn't know that they were spying on you. You didn't think they were spying on you. You expanded the Patriot Act. So this is that kind of Washington hypocrisy that's so frustrating. It reminds me of when you have George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. All of them have said at one point or another that they smoked marijuana. I think even some of them may even have admitted that they did cocaine once or twice. And at the same time they did that, they expanded the war on drugs. Or at the very least, they perpetuated the war on drugs. Not okay. Not okay, because if you were caught, you never would have been president, now would you have? But you're going to put some other person out there, some other young person who maybe someday in the future can be president, but now they can't because they were just caught with some weed and now it's on their record, and now when they run, if they ever run for office, that's going to come up. It's going to be disqualifying in many respects. They probably won't get the number of votes that they need. The hypocrisy there, it's just stunning. And that's exactly what we have here with Trump on this issue. Warrantless surveillance of Americans is wrong. Do something about it. You're president, bro. Do something about it. So we'll see. There's whispers now about they're not going to re-up it again, the Patriot Act. I hope. Do it. Do the right thing. That's what I say. But it's just annoying that it had to impact him first before he was like, hey, this isn't right. It's like, yeah, but if you thought about it for 3 seconds beforehand, you could have came to the same conclusion. It's like when Republican politicians are anti-gay marriage, and then they find out somebody in their own family's gay, and they're like, I actually think that love is love, and it doesn't matter if it's gay, straight, whatever it may be, so I'm for gay marriage now. It took somebody in your own family being gay for you to recognize that? You couldn't stop and think about it for 3 seconds and go, yeah, who cares what my personal feelings on it are? They're people. They want love. If they want to get married, let them get married. It's just frustrating. But anyway, so that's the first thing that was annoying. And then Trump also said this: we are acting as a police force, not the fighting force that we are in Afghanistan. After 19 years, it is time for them to police their own country. Bring our soldiers back home, but closely watch what is going on and strike with the thunder like never before if necessary. Okay, so that's the thing that Trump likes to do, where it's like, hey, we should get out. But then he also says, but believe me, bro, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. I'm going to make sure I'm going to mess shit up, bro. I got my drones. I got my fighter jets. I got my soldiers. If I need to do something, I'm going to do something. I'm going to mess shit up. Like, this. Remember when he dropped the bomb randomly in Afghanistan? Like, the biggest bomb that was ever dropped or something like that? It was a big story in his, like, first year in office, I think. It's like, that's... His instinct is like, war is bad. But, like... Bro, I'm a tough guy, and I'll mess you up if need be. Like, that's what he's doing there. But, I mean, he said, bring the troops home. Let them police their own country. Bring our soldiers back home. That's what he says. You're the president. You can bring them home right now. You do it right now. Like right now. Right now. You're the commander-in-chief. You don't need any. You could just do it. Bring them home. You could just do it. There's no process. There's no steps. You could order all the troops home right now. You can begin a full withdrawal right this second. But he's not going to do it. He's going to tweet about it, and he's going to do Dickie McGee's acts, and the military-industrial complex is going to churn along, and the 18 neocon warhawks in his administration will still get the last word. I mean, this happened previously. He's tweeted this before, and then the news is that behind the scenes, you had, like, his generals and the neocons in his administration, like, you know, Pompeo and Bolton back at the time, because he was in there at the time. They just looked at his tweet and they were like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna get out. But like, you're the president. You get the last say on it. You're the commander-in-chief. You can just bring him home, but he never does. See, he'd rather bark about it on social media, get the points for saying we're gonna get out, and then not get out. So he keeps the status quo going. So he keeps the military-industrial complex happy and you know, all the insiders in DC happy. And everybody making money off these wars, he keeps them happy as he pretends he gets the credit for being like, you know, the anti-interventionist and the peacenik, even though he's not that. And honestly, not for nothing, that's a lot like what Obama used to do. Obama always used to give speeches and say like, we're gonna be totally out by. There's one tweet that's still up on Twitter back when Obama was giving one of his State of the Union addresses. He said by the year, whatever year it was, like 2011, we're going to be totally out of Afghanistan. And then it's like, that came and went, and we're still in Afghanistan. And this is what he did as well. He'd give a speech, say pretty words, say we're withdrawing, we're on our way out, things are looking good, we'll be totally out by this date, and then we just didn't get out. So every president since we started these wars has expanded the wars, or at least perpetuated the wars, and paid lip service to getting out, but didn't get out. And I hate that, because at least with the neocons, they'll tell you up front what their position is, and they believe it. So, like, Bolton will tell you, like, no, I want to do more war, and I will increase them. That's what I'm going to do. Where Trump's like, I want to get out, bro. This war's bad, bro. Let's get out. And then he continues them. Homeboy's talking like he has no power. He's got all the power in the world. He's got all the power in the world. Do something. Get us out. Get us out right now. Think about all the money and the lives that have been wasted. Thousands of U.S. soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan. All of the injuries. All the PTSD where we have a crisis of soldiers committing suicide as a result of that. All the innocent civilians that died in Iraq and Afghanistan. When you put them together, hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians. The trillions and trillions of dollars wasted. And for what? For nothing except profits for the military-industrial complex. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. And congratulations. You got your hands on Iraqi oil, and you got your hands on minerals in Afghanistan. Tremendous mineral wealth in Afghanistan. That's what it's all about. It ain't right, man. It ain't right. But, you know, hey, Don, it's time to stop tweeting like you got no power and you're an outsider. You are the ultimate insider. You are the president. You could stop the warrantless surveillance. You could stop the wars right now, but you're not going to do it. You're just going to chirp more and then do Dickie McGee's acts.